Hi, Justin from Seachoice here again. Today I'll be changing out this old trailer winch for the new Seachoice 3,000 pound 2-speed trailer winch. It's got 2 speeds on it, one for a little bit faster winching and one for a little bit slower winching. Here's my old winch here. As you can see, this thing's been on here for almost 20 years now. It's old, it's rusted, it doesn't really work very well. Gears don't shift really well. I can't even get it into the second speed. So this thing is potentially unsafe and it really needs to get changed. Luckily, we have a great new product to put on here today, and this is actually a pretty easy install to do at home. Okay, so there's actually 3 bolts that attach the winch on. They go in here. I've already removed them, so once you remove the bolts, there's usually 1 in the front and 2 in the back. All you got to do is simply lift and take it off. It's a pretty, like I said, it's fairly easy to change these things out. So I'm just going to lift this up and I'll go ahead and put the new one on. Okay, so you'll notice when you unbox the trailer winch here, you'll have 2 parts. You'll have the handle and then the body. Okay, same way we unassembled the other one, we're going to reassemble this one. Okay, so I've got my 3 bolts here. One important note here is you want to make sure that you have locking nuts. Okay, do you see the plastic area up here? You want to make sure you get those specific type of nuts. That's going to make sure that these don't loosen over time at all, that they're going to stay where they're positioned when you tighten it the first time. All right, so now we're going to set this up here. I do want to make one more note. These are made for 3/8 inch bolts. So if you have a different size, you just might want to check to make sure that's the right size to fit. I had the right size bolts. So we're going to go and just set this on top here. We're going to line up our holes. You want to make sure you have at least 3 bolts that go through here to just make sure it seats properly and you have a safe, a safe amount of hold to your flat surface here. Okay. So now I'm just going to insert the bolt with my washer to make sure I got good coverage on top. Okay, second one goes here. And the third one goes back in here. Now you may want to unravel this. It's an option. I might have an easier time handling my pretty small fingers, so. Okay, now all we got to do is simply tighten them down. You also want to make sure, just as a good practice, to go over these twice. You may find that the first one you did isn't as tight as you thought it was. So I go and go over, tighten first, and then retighten again. Okay, so that completes the installation. Now, just a little bit of setup about our product in particular. This has a quick release handle for each one of the types of cranks we have here. We have the fast and slow, okay? So here, this thing is spring loaded, so it's easy just to slip on, and then if you want to take it off, you just push down here and you see it moves the lever that holds it in place. So here are your 2 options for the 2 speeds, so I'm simply just going to put it on here. Okay, there's a spot it clips into. You want to make sure that that spring goes down in. Okay, so it's locked in place now. And now we're functional. Okay, our lever has 3 positions. There's the first position, which I was just in, was to coil it. Okay, the second position center is free spool. You're still going to have to put some pressure on it. Okay, it's not just simply going to roll out, but that'll allow you to move freely. And then the down position goes the other way. Okay, you'll see it locks in place. This makes it move out. All right, so the last step we're going to do today is to remove the handle and stow it away somewhere safe. This thing is designed to quickly and easily move between the 2 gears here. Unfortunately, that means that we have to make sure that we take this off before we travel. There's a chance it may not last down the highway. So if we stow it somewhere safe, we'll know that we're ready to just simply attach it back on when we get to the ramp and put the boat in the water. Hey, thanks for watching this video today. If you want some more information on Seachoice products, feel free to subscribe below and hope to see you again.